Or are they doing... No, they're doing Underlord mid.
Oh.
Ricky off lane. I mean, we've seen the Underlord mid absolutely destroy matchups just by having a huge last hit advantage.
That's how I love to get a starter, John. Tri-lane versus tri-lane, it's sure to be explosive.
Yeah, and we've seen Among Us do this a couple of times. They toss OID in that offlane. They play aggressive. The Undying loves it when you pile these heroes on. March is dropping low, though. He's got to be a bit cautious, but they're trading hits really well.
Dropping lower. Burnbill, he's going to go down. First blood goes to In Your Dream. But Abed with that DD, he's going to be sitting very pretty.
It's a really good spot for him. He can try to apply some pressure. You already have March circling around here.
They are. Fearless. Oh, he's going to drop. Big kill there, Abed.
He wasn't quite sure what he was going in for. It was pretty greedy, though, but he's going to pull back in. Really good movement from Abed. They are going to scuffle over these power runes on those tri-lanes.
Well, the bounty rune's going to be in a spot of trouble here. Burnbill, he does go down after taking one, but In Your Dream now getting low. Jackie going to try and chase him down, but March keeps In Your Dream alive, and Q will be the secondary to drop. In fact, Jackie, he has no mana left. He just barely has enough now for Doppel, but the gust comes just in the nick of time. Jackie, he will barely survive. The decay will not land either. Jackie will make himself out. Yeah, they're going to ignore Abed in that mid lane. They'll go up towards that top lane. Masaros and Burnbill, they've pinged out In Your Dream, and In Your Dream, he's up there by himself right now on the Drow. That is not great positioning from this Drow Ranger at the moment. The Cookie, oh, nice gust out, but it will not be enough. They still got the stun, but March comes in with the Soul Rip. In Your Dream still alive, barely, still surviving, does finally drop, but Jackie will also go down off the back of the rotation of Abed onto Masaros now. The Resonant Pulse will be enough. Abed, he'll get a double into Burnbill. They don't have enough lockdown for him, I don't believe, but Abed, he might just keep going. He hasn't ate the Remnant in 1 second, but a great cookie out. Burnbill saving his own life, but Abed, he's not done yet with this man. Goes back in, gets a triple kill on the Void Spirit, and is now gonna back off.
Abed off to a runway start with that triple kill. They're starting to set up for a bit of a shove up top, and MG Trust are just constantly forced to respond. Again, they keep having to run a tri-lane up against an Undying.
In Your Dream is going to be chased down, but again, March is there with the Soul Rip. Heals him up to max. Fearless does rotate with the Pit of Malice and the Firestorm. It is going to be enough. So once again, In Your Dream is going to drop. Bot lane, however, they're TPing in. They want to keep fighting here. Among Us, they're not done yet. Fearless is in vision underneath that tier 1 tower. He drops the Pit of Malice, but he is surrounded by 4 heroes. They take down the mid Underlord once again.
It's a big target to take out, and they defend their tier 1. So you're not seeing a tower trade coming out for MG Trust.
Oh, In
that
Your
does
Dream.
open. Oh,
Yeah, top lane, Masaros surviving on 25 HP. But Motivate Trust, they are not going to go too far forward. And now a counter smoke out. Among Us, where are they going? Into the mid lane, they see Jackie. But how do you catch him? Well, there's your stun out. Jackie's in trouble. They're trying to burst him down, but the Doppel is going to be there. But the March Soul Rip is going to be enough to kill him off. And, well, March, with all those illusions around, can do a lot of damage. But now Fearless does jump in. Burnbill going straight for that egg, does get it as well. But Cuckoo is in with the stun. Arrow is there, but it's not going to be enough. March is keeping everyone healthy. Into Masaros, who does jump in with his team. They'll go after Cuckoo, but Cuckoo's still just man fighting here. Up against Fearless. March again with the Soul Rip. Does get another. It's going to be Fearless going down. Onto Cuckoo, another arrow, but Abed not going to allow this to just happen, or will he? He tries and gets Masaros, he does get the kill. And Cuckoo dies, but he won't mind. They got all 3 cores on Motivate Trust for the sake of a slaughter death.
you do want MG Trust to kind of understand their position. They do smoke up. It does feel like that was under vision or on the edge of it.
Well, this is their power spike. They're gonna, oh, Cuckoo, a great stun, catching two of them straight off the bat. The tombstone's down, the gust is there. Masaros, so darn low, is trying to tricks away. He does blink, but the zombies, they're still following. Now the turnaround, Fearless with the rod of Atos, trying to protect the Ricky, but Cuckoo once again catching him out. Onto Fearless, they'll get the gust. An arrow there to help. Mortimer's kisses as well, but Fearless is already down, and the side of Among Us, they're still going. In Your Dream does catch out Q on the Mirana. Another 3-for-0 trade for Among Us.
All right, it's going to be a quick one. We've seen Drow, Slardars really just melt the Roche. It's going to be a nice first pickup for Among Us.
For that top tier 2, or maybe they'll go for a fight. In that mid lane, they see Jackie again. Jackie does have a DD room, but this is still dangerous. Cuckoo goes for the stun onto Jackie with Arbit coming in. They hold him down with the 8th Remnant, but Jackie is going to be able to get out of there with the doppelganger back onto Cuckoo. Dark Rift is coming in. They're coming to try and go after that Slardar, and they will be able to take him. Onto March. He went back in on the Undying. That is going to cost March. Jackie with a double. MG Trust now, feeling confident, are going to move their way back into that mid lane. MG Trust, I'm not sure what they're going to get done here, but it looks like they want to try and bait Zephyr forward. Q, he'd love a Yules, and he does get one off. Arrow is going to connect as well with the Mortimer's Kisses. Do they have the damage? Zephyr, no, he's not going to die yet. Fearless, he jumps in for the egg. He will not have enough to take it out. He just drives himself home, but he left his teammates behind. Q is in trouble. He does get 8th Remnant with Cuckoo out with the stun. They do take down the Mirana and Boombell. He will just leave himself.
It's not the biggest loss for MG Trust. I think the movement off the map is the bigger win. You're still going to be happy with forcing that rotation back. You've given Masaros space play, although.
Mid lane, Fearless. That was a questionable Firestorm. He'll go for the TP, but the Yules is going to cancel it. Now Boombell needs to help him out. A nice cookie into the pit of Malice. Jackie, he's going to rush in for the fight, but it's him against the world right now. He needs some help. Nobody's coming in though. Masaros right behind him, but Jackie is just mad fighting everyone. Can he really do it? I don't think he can. Jackie is going to go down. Oh, that is very overly aggressive.
It was just really awkward for Jackie to come in. I think he just accepted the Fearless loss and kind of cleared out. They do lose the Aegis because of that, so
it's a very tough time for Motivate if they allow In Your Dream to get to that point. So I don't believe Jackie is thinking to himself, I need to get an IF, or rather an MKB right now. He's working towards the Eye of Skadi, but he's in the mid lane again. Arbet gonna chase him down, does catch out the right one, but nobody gonna capitalize yet. Cuckoo, he's waiting for the right moment. Into Jackie, onto Arbet. No, he'll go back after Arbet as he does rush away. Masaros meanwhile trying to kill March, but he's gonna die to In Your Dream. Now the Mortimer's Kisses are out, but Arbet, he eats the cheese just in the nick of time, and the Dark Rift will get Motivate out. Everyone but Boombell. He's trying to run, but Cuckoo is going to chase him down. Pings out. Cuckoo, does he guess with the stun? No. It's too late. That In Your Dream Drow just hit him all the way down. Again, very aggressive plays here from Motivate, but they are not panning out. In fact, Cuckoo jumping back onto Fearless. He wanted a Firestorm, but it's going to cost him his life. Oh, Fearless, he has not had a good game at all. Outpost going to be taken. Still an aggressive posture here from MG Trust. Jackie gonna rush in onto In Your Dream. They want that Drow dead ASAP, but he is gonna throw the gust out. Jackie's still just trying to fight this one out. Meanwhile, March dropping low, but they have got on Jackie. They take him out with Zephyr on the Phoenix. Fearless, he does Dark Rift everyone else out, but Masaros, who got left behind. Oh, it's another bad team fight here for Motivate. They're just defending for now, and Motivate, they are not going to be willing to fight. Of course, they've had enough of these bad team fights. They're going to have to wait for the right moment. Fearless, oh, he's going for that DD room, but Cuckoo was using it as bait, takes it off him. He's going to go for the Dark Rift play, and looks like he might just make it out, and does. That's your Dark Rift down for another minute and a half. In the meantime, Shiver's Guard picked up by Arbet, and Butterfly is there from Jackie. The chase is on for Masaros now. Cuckoo does have a gem up, gets the corrosive haze. That is a huge bash to the deeps as well. Just deleting Masaros.
I still feel like you've got a lot more issues with handling IYD when it comes down to that core versus core, and you've got to watch out for that.
Abed, top lane, he's on the chase for Q. Have another astral step with the dust out, does catch him in the Yules, and with the Aether Remnant, gives him a bit of trash talk on the way out. Very nice play there from Abed once again, and he's so dangerous on these kind of heroes. Meanwhile, Jackie's going for a fight onto In Your Dream, but that butterfly in Your Dream means Jackie can't even hit him. He's trying to run, but they have the clear out from their Drow Ranger.
Just as well.
This Aghanim Scepter is just paying off so much for In Your Dream this game.
That just doesn't feel like it's enough. Look at IYD. Look at that range.
It's huge. They just can't defend. I mean, Fearless, he drops the Pit of Malice and he catches out Abed. Mortimer's Kiss is out with the smoke screen, but the Force Staffs are going to mean Abed gets himself out of there, and he's feeling confident, Abed. Tombstone will be dropped a bit preemptively here from March as they do start getting onto the racks, and now Cuckoo jumping straight in, does catch out Q. The cookie is there, but Q is going to die to March on the Undying. It's a Masaros. He's very low. They dive in, but Masaros BKB's up and back into Abed. He's been rooted in place, but he will dissimulate. Pit of Malice there, but another good 4-staff out. And In Your Dream kills off Boombill with the split shot. Another kill for our Drow.
It's just going to take way too long, and you can't solve this issue with IYD. How do you rip it into him with everyone else standing behind him?
That's a really good question, John. Kind of what I was going to ask you. Cuckoo going to go in. They force out the buyback. Masaros, he'll go in with the tricks to the trade. Jackie going to follow up. Sunray is going to be there to make sure Cuckoo does stay healthy. And they are going to go after that next Roshan.
Ooh,
and this
God,
one
just melts.
Has the Aghanim's blessing as well, John. They will give it over to Cuckoo, so he gets his puddles now.
It all stems from that laning phase. From the tri-lane they forced up top, to the matchup, to the hero they got out for Fearless. And it's all biting them in the bum right now as their bot tier 3 couldn't be chipped away.
Once again, nice tombstone placement there. But the Snapfire will jump in. Still Cuckoo is always going to jump in straight onto Boombill. Does take him out. The tombstone survives through all of that. Arrow is going to be out onto Abed, but they don't have the follow-up for him. He's going to be fine to 4-staff out, and that bottom racks. It's going to melt so darn quick as Abed. He's jumped back in now. Onto that Marana. Split shot out Q with the Ghost Scepter. Not going to survive. Seppa had the damage onto Fearless now. He's also just trying to get out. He cannot though. Abed, he's out of control. He's jumping back in, but here comes Jackie. Jackie needs to try and get something out of this. He's going to try with that Divine Rapier onto Abed, but he is just going to be able to walk away.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And that is one range racks away from Megas now. But Pit of Malice is going to be dropped. They've got Abed in there. He's rooted in place, so Jackie will rush him. But the X drop, the Sunray's down. They get the PL. Divine on the deck, they call it. GG has been called Among Us. They do manage to take game number 1 in this best of 3 upper bracket final. With a 43k net worth lead at the end, John. A very dominant performance here from Among Us.
An Abed Invoker? We'll have to wait and see. It could be a support Invoker as well. But no, it's an Abed Invoker.
Okay. Support Void Spirit.
March going to go for a big, large camp pull and should be able to get it. Very nice pull there from March. Back into the mid lane, of course. Fearless is dominating the lane now, 20-8 in comparison to the 8-2 of Abed. And bot lane, they've caught out Boombill, and he will go down. Nice play there, out from Cuckoo and out from Zephyr. Q, meanwhile, kills off March at the top lane, so the IO does eventually die. I don't think Abed has much of a choice here, though. Especially if he does spawn bot, and he does. Zephyr going to guard the Haystrewn. Abed is just going to try and get aggressive now onto Fearless. Zephyr is going to rotate in. Fearless still in trouble. Aether Remnant going to lock him in place with the Tornado. It's not enough yet, though. Ooh. Fearless, he'll turn around. He'll get the kill and he walk away. Oh, and they did indeed blow it, John. I don't think that Tornado was necessary. Meanwhile, down at the bot lane, Cuckoo does kill off Boombill and Jackie gets Cuckoo. looking for that Bat Rider, but it looks like Cuckoo is going to be able to fly away. Jackie, all he can do is get back to farm. Meanwhile, mid, however, Abed is going to get jumped on that Invoker. There's your Avalanche toss, and Q will be able to take the kill on this Invoker and also gets the Courier of Abed.
Q, Zephyr on his Void Spirit can maybe set up. It's just, there's probably not enough damage, and Fearless at 6, he's just going to dance here.
Well, he has a DD rune active as well, John. He's going to try to zap up, but EMP, Tornado, all going to be dropped. March even comes in, and Fearless, he does get overly aggressive, does end up paying for it with his life. Both cores duking it out on either side of the map. The bot lane, Cuckoo now being chased. Does pop the Firefly, but Fearless is going to be around with the Vortex out. Onto that Bat Rider. He has the mana this time, and it looks like he will get the kill. But while that was happening, March ends up killing off Q up at the top lane.
Sort of the downfall of a lot of teams up against MG Trust, letting Jackie free farm. And you're not getting comparable farm out from IOD just yet, so you have to wait his
Top
chances.
lane.
And speaking of,
In your dream, Vortex up. Masaros does have a lot of damage out. Is it going to be enough? It is in your dream. He TP's out. He will die in his base.
if those spikes are going to be met by MG Trust, you're still finding some good farm here from Among Us. And they do smoke up with their items though, so they might find a big kill here.
Oh, Abed, he just picked up that Midas as well. He hasn't got it yet. I believe it's on the Courier, and they're going to zip straight in after him with the Orchid and the Ice Blast. Abed is going to die with the passive Midas and the Courier. Not going to be happy about that one, but Zephyr does catch up Boom Bell, but it's not quite enough. Masaros keeps him alive. The Haunt is out. They're trying to chase the AA. It's just not enough, though. Fearless, he's still going into the Bat Rider. Now Cuckoo is going to die. Meanwhile, Jackie going after Zephyr does get the Void Spirit.
But In Your Dream is in a risky spot. He's got Yasha with that Blade Mail, but the break is very close to coming here for Jackie. So you need to be aware of this timing on the Slark. Just one part away from getting that full Silver Edge and some of your...
On the triangle though, Q, Avalanche Toss blows up March with the Ice Blast. Abed still looks like he wanted to fight. Cuckoo looking for a lasso, but Fearless gets the Vortex off. He can just zip away from Cuckoo, and Abed is going to die. Still Cuckoo, still trying for that lasso. Won't be able to get it. Masaros will chase him down anyway. Fearless, meanwhile, still alive as Q. Jumps back in for an Avalanche Toss. Cuckoo, very low, trying to fly away. Will make it out so far, but Fearless still fighting back. Just won't die. Lasso out now on Q. Trying to drag away this Tiny, but they have gone back onto In Your Dream. The Spectre's gonna die. Cuckoo does kill off the Tiny, but at what cost? Masaros on this Abaddon, John, he would not let his Storm die, and now they found out Zephyr. He was trying to go for a snipe onto Fearless. He cannot get it. Oh, Masaros, Abaddon. What a player.
So you've got to be a bit scared here if you're IYD. He's 3 levels behind Jackie, and Jackie just does not care. He's down bot, pressuring out, and IYD just TP'd in. Now he has to walk away.
Dream, gonna haunt, but they do find out Abed. Fearless just solo kills him on the Storm apparently, but now Zephyr, Aether Remnant, gonna lock Fearless down. They do get the Storm back.
Yeah, they find a really nice kill. They have to be aware though that that MG Trust is smoking the back end. There is a Silver Edge.
He's got a DD rune as well, John. Jackie gonna jump on with the Silver Edge. A lot of damage coming out. Jackie's still giving it back to himself, but it won't matter. Even March being tossed in. And how could we forget, John? Q Tiny. We saw this the other day.
He's been really impactful with setting up for his team. They're going to get this Roche as well. It's scouted out, but too late. Just helps him out to clean up. Jackie's just constantly on the hunt. He is trying to sniff out IYD, and they've got a ward here. He knows.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jackie, pounce. Gonna be on point, but he doesn't have the break yet. He's gonna have to wait for that one. Looks like he won't bother. Does force March to relocate on the IO just in case. And Jackie. Boombell should drop, but is going to survive now as Cuckoo is the one to drop first. No, in fact, he doesn't. He does get away. Boombell's the one to go down. In Your Dream, Q, Avalanche Toss is there with the silent sound onto that Invoker. Abed is going to die. In Your Dream, however, going to keep up this fight. Chasing Q down, but it's not going to be enough as the Vortex will pull him back. Cuckoo, he does have a lasso. Jackie moving his way in. Will go on to Zephyr, but the force up is going to save, but no. Q is there with an avalanche toss. Still Lasso is going to be now committed by Cuckoo onto the high ground. They do get the tiny kill. Invis again from Jackie. Cuckoo does have the sentry down though, knows he's there. I'm not sure if Among Us will be able to deal with it.
Yeah, it's gonna give so much more control towards the
Dire's
side of
middle
MG Trust,
tower
and
is under
they
attack.
see Cuckoo up
Radiant's
top.
bottom tower
Jackie.
is under attack.
Still not using that Midas, Jackie, but Q is going to get an avalanche toss off with Fearless to zip in, and Boombo will take the kill. And now Jackie will commit the Midas. But they are by the tier 3 tower, John. Who the hell cares? That tier 3 is just not going to survive this damage output. That Q jumping in, looking for a toss back in your dream. Not going to cancel the TP. He'll get tossed back in your dream. He wanted a Mantodon to the toss, but Q got him anyway.
Let the fun begin.
He'll buy back on Cuckoo now. Q, another great toss back onto March, but the lasso is there now. They have got the tiny. He will survive for a bit. In your dream, haunting forward onto Masseros. They may be able to get the Abaddon, but they may just turn MG Trust. A big ice blast there. Fearless gonna jump in. Jackie onto Cuckoo. They'll get the die back. In your dream now in trouble. Zephyr also dying. They can't afford to die right now on the side of Among Us. They're trying to turn this one. Jackie back onto the Spectre. In your dream, very low. March trying to keep him alive. It is going to be just barely enough as Fearless is out of mana. That Ice Wall doing so much for this dire side, just holding back MG Trust, but Jackie is not done yet. Back on to Zephyr. The Void Spirit going to avoid him. They do get the kill in your dream. How does he survive this? The Sunstrike, it connects on Masseros. Abed can't cancel the TP. What a team fight out from both these two teams. Like the Roshan already down to half HP. They're rushing over, but it's getting lower and lower as time goes on. They've got to be quick. Sunstrike will give vision. Cuckoo looking for the jump in. Does jump. It's a bit early. The Aegis Cuckoo. He does snatch it away. Jackie, you have to pounce out of there. It's not a great team fight now for the side of Motivate. Q's going to go down on the tiny. Can they catch more Among Us? No, they cannot.
They left the cheese.
They left the cheese in the Roshan pit, but they got the Aegis.
460 gold as the poorest hero on the map. That just seems a bit ridiculous to me. It's a bit strange, but
You're just a salty support, John. Fearless also is going to be out there. Quite a big target. This Storm doesn't want to die like this, but Fearless does die. Still Q in with a big avalanche and the Ice Blast as well. Jackie going to try and fight. Abyssal out onto Arbed, but it's just not going to be enough yet. He'll Ghost Walk away. Back onto Zephyr. They might get the Void Spirit, and they do. But Jackie will have to settle with that, I believe. They do lose the Storm. G-Trust just holding this low ground, being very patient, waiting for Among Us to try and make it out.
I think they really got scared off by that last fight. Without an Aegis, they don't feel secure in the high ground. The Invoker does a lot of work in that space, although...
Okay, great toss back. He has caught out in your dream. He's going to try and Blade Mail and run. Fearless going to zip in with a Vortex out. It's only onto Zephyr. Arbed now just holding down Q, but the Force Staff is going to be there. Q still very low, does go down, and now in your dream going to try and fight this one out, but Jackie is willing to man fight, or maybe not. A Lasso's there. They've caught that Abaddon with the Vortex. Fearless catching all three of them with the mini black hole, and Jackie does kill off Cuckoo. In your dream though, going back in, Fearless, he's out of mana. The Haunt is out. Jackie doesn't know who to focus right now. Fearless, he eats the cheese and will survive. Back on to Zephyr, but he does dissimulate and run away. Still Jackie, now onto Arbed, trying to get that Invoker. The Force Staff is going to be good. Jackie, he'll pop the ulti and try to just survive through it and fight back. It looks like they're going to try. There's no buyback on Cuckoo. They'll put the repair kit down on the melee barracks. Fearless gonna zip in again, catches out March with the Vortex, and now Q with the Avalanche Toss and Ice Blast is gonna be enough. They pop the drums, they're gonna try and chase, but Masseros holds them back. Fearless once again, out of mana. Zephyr jumps in. It's the Resonant Pulse to try and clear the creep wave. Repair kit. is still going, but now does wear off, but they do glyph up. Q looking for a toss back, doesn't quite get it yet. The Aether Remnant gonna lock him down, but Abyssal Blade not gonna be there with the Tornado, but he still gets him. The Dark Pact was out from Jackie. In Your Dream trying to fight Fearless. He zips back in with the Orchid, but Jackie in big trouble. A nice two-man vortex and a toss away onto Jackie. Into the Silver Edge. Back onto Masseros. That Abaddon is in a spot of danger right now. He has the borrowed time. Can he survive? There's a lasso to cancel the TP off. He is healing up nicely, but it looks like he has been left behind and should just go down. And he will, In Your Dream. Able to pick up a double kill for himself on the Spectre. A very prolonged team fight, and meanwhile, March being killed off by Fearless. And that is one of the big reasons why MG Trust are getting so many positive trades in these team fights. Have a look at Cuckoo. He's staring them down on this Bat Rider. And Mizrun there. No sentries placed. They don't see him. Burnbell gonna have his smoke broken. He realizes, but the lasso is gonna be out. They're gonna go straight after the AA first. That'll be Burnbell gone without buyback for Jackie. Gonna jump in. Big vortex out from Fearless, holding three of them down. They get the Abyssal Blade onto Cuckoo, and they'll get the kill onto March now. Fearless takes down another onto Arbed now. Jackie with the pounce. Arbed trying to survive with the Chaos Meteor. The Cataclysm, is it gonna be enough? Not quite. Nobody dies cause of it, but they're onto Masseros. The borrowed time gonna help him stay alive. He will try to run, but go onto Q instead. Just try and take down that Tiny, but Q will toss them back in onto Masseros. Masseros being left behind, probably will die, but Fearless gonna zip back in. He wants Arbed on that Invoker, and he will get him. Arbed buys back. And there is literally no buybacks left on this map, John. And it is going to be a refresher shard out for the side of Among Us now, along with the Aegis and the Cheese.
But if they do manage to fight in that choke point, can really make a difference. Fearless tried to make use of his BKB charge, and
well, they have jumped. Fearless, who is he caught out? It's going to be Kuko on the Bat Rider, but he BKB's up. He's going to be okay. Arbed, Tornado, gonna be out onto Q. Jackie, actually caught out by that Aether Remnant, but does BKB now back onto that Invoker. They would love Arbed dead, but Jackie, he'll go onto Cuckoo instead on that Bat Rider. Will get one, but In Your Dream has killed off Q on the Tiny. In Your Dream, still moving forward onto Jackie. Jackie, he does now have buyback gold, but he's in a spot of danger at the moment. He will Shadow Dance and try to run, but they are just going to continue chasing him down, so Masseros will come back in. March in trouble, very low on the IO, does die. Now Fearless in with the Vortex, trying to make sure this Slark survives, but the double Cataclysm going to fly in. It's just not enough damage, however. Everyone survives. Boombell does finally drop, but in they go again. Fearless onto In Your Dream. The Spectre, he does have a secondary life. Jackie, he has Silver Edge in about 5 seconds. He just needs some time. They'll go with the two-man Vortex back on the Spectre. Fearless, however, low on mana, needs to just remnant out of there, and he does. But Jackie now in trouble, trying to fight back. So many Essence Shift stacks taken by Jackie. He might get In Your Dream, but he does not. Zephyr gets a double kill, and he is down. But he does have buyback on the Slark. He will not pop it yet.
no, it's not. Jackie, I mean, in a prolonged fight, you'd think the stacks would be enough, but it does fall flat. Still, they smoke around here. MG Trust, maybe they find something.
Gonna try, running up to the triangle. Zephyr, he's gonna dissimulate straight off the bat. Cuckoo just gonna fly away, but Arbed getting Vortex up. Fearless does have the control. The Ice Blast to fly in, connecting on all four heroes. Fearless, he gets March, and the fight starts. It's just complete chaos here. Haunt in from In Your Dream. Arbed, Ghost Walk is gonna be enough. Fearless, he's out of mana. He's trying to run. Jackie, meanwhile, will hold them back in the backline. The lasso is out from Cuckoo, but the Vortex again from Fearless, holding all three of them down. Q's gonna jump in with the toss in. Zephyr, he's gonna just try and astral step away. The avalanche is out. Q, he will try and chase him down. Meanwhile, In Your Dream will just TP away, but they have at least caught Zephyr. John, there's no buybacks left on Among Us. They don't have one on Cuckoo. They don't have one on Arbed. They don't have one on March. Zephyr, he really doesn't want to die right now. Avalanche toss will not be enough.
They're gonna go for the tier 3, set of racks down mid. Looks like they might be putting out those tier 4s.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can hold. They've got 3 heroes here.
Oh, Q, toss back in your dream. He's been stunned up by the Abyssal Blade, but they don't have the control yet. Still Fearless onto Zephyr with the Blood Rite. They get the possible Void Spirit.
Has fallen.
Jackie, he was pinging tier 4s, but it looks like they're going to go for the safer play. They'll go for Megas first. March relocating. Q jumping in. A great toss back again, March. He just used the tether. He can't get out of there. The Vortex again from Fearless, holding them all down. He'll get the IO. Still on the tier 4s. The repair kit is there. It's in your dream against the world. He has Cuckoo up in 10 seconds. But how do you buy the time? 5v1 right now. Q's jumping in for the avalanche toss. In your dreams in there trying to fight. But Jackie, he's onto the Ancient. He does not want this game to go to the side of Among Us. The Ancient's too low. Jackie has the control. They will be able to get it to a game number 3. And what a game 2 it was between Motivate, Trust, and Among Us. And I told you, John, I told you we'd be going to a game 3 for this upper bracket final.
Whoa.
Wow. What? Jackie picks up the arc board.
Okay, yeah. Master is offlane Timber.
So if you land a SR piece, it can be big, but action up top already.
Yeah, there is. It's like everyone's going to be okay so far. Cuckoo is looking for, not looking for much, just trying to get some CS going. Because those Spark Wraiths are kind of infuriating to play against, and as we were talking about that, bot lane Q ends up getting first blood.
Right, you're falling behind a bit in terms of levels as well. Fearless is just applying the pressure he can get out with his nice spike on the Kunkka. And all Abed really needs to focus on is just farming himself, so it's going to be slower for a mid.
He's been fluxed up by Jackie. Arrow is going to connect as well, and that is just a free kill for Jackie. Happily take that one. Onto Zephyr, they try to get some damage out, but March, with the overpower, going to have enough to keep him safe. Fearless going to continue trying to apply pressure, but in your dream, can just kind of juggle his strength. Unless he misclicks, he's not going to die here. March is just behind the tree line as top lane. Zephyr does kill off Boombill. So Boombill does drop. Nice little kill there from Zephyr. Back down to the bot lane, however. Masteros gets the T1 tower. In your dream, just still freely farming, ignoring everyone. But March can't really do that, and Fearless is going to be able to get the Tidebringer hit and connect with the kill. In your dream now, may not be feeling so confident. He does get X'd up, trying to run. They have the Whirling Death available, so in your dream, we'll just try to waveform away. Still trying to TP and does make it out the top lane. Cuckoo does kill off Jackie, Q will kill off Cuckoo, and Zephyr will kill off Q. A complete mess up at that top lane. Boombill is going to be able to walk himself out. Back into Cuckoo, in fact, but he's pretty confident he won't die to this Tiny. Still, Abed is following him down. Cuckoo, does he want to go for an avalanche toss? Not quite. Stomp will come out. Arrow is going to connect out from Q. March is going to be around to help, and RP is going to be committed by Abed on both heroes. Shockwave will get one. They'll chase down Q. He does not have any leap charges left. He's going to just run the old-fashioned way. Meanwhile, Jackie's still around the area, does just pick up his Midas, but Abed wants to try and take him out, does get his courier. Now the Shockwave connects. Jackie will bring out the Tempest Stubble, but how do you survive this one? He's just going to use both Midases and try to fight back. He kills off Cuckoo, but he does die in the end. And I think for Jackie, he's just happy he got both Midases used up before he did go down. In fact, March is going to be X'd up by Fearless. Abed already TP'd away. Arrow is going to be there, and Fearless does get himself a free kill now on the Kunkka.
He is saving up for the Manta buildup on his Mort. So he wants to play a bit more active early on, match that pace they want to get out, and we'll see if they can make it happen.
Lane, toss back on Fearless. That's a big pickup, and they do commit everything for it. A massive stomp out. Masteros might try to go in with the Earth Splitter. They do kill off Cuckoo. But Fearless not going to be happy about dying like that. They're going to head over to the bot lane where they know Jackie was. They ping out his exact location. They know he's rotated into the triangle. Abed spots him out. Smoke is broken. He'll just go in for the skewer back. He doesn't need the RP, it seems like. With the avalanche toss, it will be enough. In fact, they even scout out some ancient stacks. I guess it's just time for them to back off now. Pressure's been applied.
They're just going to keep this farm game up. They still are waiting for IYD to finish his first mid-game item.
Oh,
though.
Abed misses the RP. Kook Fearless now wants to go in for an X-Bone. Avalanche, no, toss won't be enough. LSA is there. They're trying to fight back. Fearless, he's just so tanky with the boat rum. They do take down Abed. Now the stop is there. Masros in with the Earthsplitter out from Boombell, and March is always going to be the first target. Will die as Fearless with that boat rum does survive. He will just run his way out. Moonlight Shadow will be popped. They're going to be on the hunt now. Cuckoo got to be careful not to show himself down to that bot wave again. Meanwhile, Q has spotted out Arbet. Stomp is going to be there. It stomps in mid-skewer with the Earthsplitter to come out and the arrow. Arbet, he is a pretty big sitting duck right now and is going to die. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, X is going to be up. They caught in your dream, but he is going to be free to waveform.
There is a smoke from Among Us. They still hold on to that RP, but don't really find big targets yet.
It's important they do. I mean, they can't wait for this game. You know what's going to happen. I mean, they know. They don't want to play late game into an Arc Warden, even with the Morphling, but they're going to try and fight now. Masaros is in. Gets a bit of vision. That is not the target they want. However, Zephyr being caught out here with Cuckoo. The boat is going to fly in. Zephyr trying to fight back, but he has 0 damage. He Lagooned Fearless and it did nothing.
It's that rum buff. It's really keeping Fearless up in front, really tanky. You've also got, you know, this disparity pass for Lena to handle though.
Boombell's going to get caught. A nice pick off there from In Your Dream. But he's going to have to back off now. X-Back is there. Should be able to waveform away. Meanwhile, Arbed trying to skew on to Fearless, but the BKB is going to be out, and now here we go. The magnetic field is dropped. Arbed trying to run. He's forced the BKB to get out of here. This is what this hero does, John. It takes everything from you. Everything.
Oh, that's just disgusting. Jackie. Just...
Well, toss back. Masaros has been caught. Skewer is there from Arbed. They might get this timber. No, Masaros is still alive. Pops the one charges, but there's a Lagoon out. Zephyr, he'll get the kill. They need to chase for more. Cuckoo looking for a toss back. The boat, In Your Dream. He got relocated in. He will survive for now. Just trying to fight back. Arbed, meanwhile, Skewer in. Does catch out Q. And they will get the Marana. In for the fight back, though. MG Trust, they want to try and turn this one around. The buyback is there from Masaros. They're going to engage now onto Arbed. He has that RP. He does not get it off in time. So In Your Dream, he'll fight back. He's disarmed at the moment, though. Back onto March. The IO is going to die. Jackie with the triple onto In Your Dream again. He doesn't have waveform for another 5 seconds. He's trying to strength morph, but he's in big trouble. He'll chain. It will not help. He will die. Masaros picks him up. And it might be time to start committing some buybacks.
fairly strong in Among Us, but they have no choice. It looks like they're not confident even with a buyback flying through. And Jackie's just going to rip and tear. Like, if you don't contest, then what do you expect?
Out of position, does get the Yules off, but the Spark Wraith is going to be there, and Masarov flows him up. Now, In Your Dream is in with Cuckoo. They still don't have Arbed, but they got Jackie. They got the big one. The Arc Warden's down. Masaros, meanwhile, killing off March. Fearless looking to turn back around onto In Your Dream. They won't have the damage without their Arc Warden, I don't believe. And with those buybacks, well, they are going to lose Cuckoo, but no, Arbed, a big RP out onto 3 heroes with the Shockwave and Skewer, but there's no follow-up to it. In Your Dream, he wasn't ready for that. He did not, or he couldn't waveform in. Fearless now going to turn back around with the boat onto the Morphling. Do they have the control? In Your Dream, barely alive. March saving the day, healing him back up. Now they'll turn onto Boombell. The stomp is there. Boombell is very low, however, trying to run away. Is being chased by an IO at the moment, but Boombell, he will finally go down to March. And MG Trust, they are just forced to run away, but In Your Dream gets a big X off onto Fearless, who X's himself back to the high ground. In Your Dream now getting hit by a torrent. Masaros still around. In Your Dream tries for a random torrent. He does not connect.
They've got a good amount of right-click damage. They've got that power to play with, and they can absolutely melt the Roche. So first Roche of the game going to go their way. MG Trust just not quick enough, but they might be able to scout it out.
Yeah, I'll bet. Pick up that Aegis. In Your Dream will take it, but the X is going to be out. They want to fight anyway. Zephyr trying to control up Jackie. Jackie's about to drop. He drops the magnetic field. He is not dead yet, but no, In Your Dream with the chain in. Does have enough. Jackie will die again. Now the arrow. Not going to be there on Arbet, but Masros out of position. Will chain away. The Earth Splitter's there, but in your dream and Cuckoo, not done yet with the toss back. They'll get a tie back onto Masros. A big opening here from Among Us. Mid-Rax is definitely going down. Among Us take the lead in this game number 3. They're going to turn back around now. If they kill off Jackie, this game could potentially be over. Fearless. Oh, they don't know. Jackie, he'll send the Tempest double down first. X is there on Zephyr, but Cuckoo in with the Avalanche toss and the Laguna. Fearless though, survives through it. Q controlling up Cuckoo on that Tiny. He'll try to run away. He'll be fine for now. A nice LSA out from Zephyr. The boat will be forced in, but Arbet, he's looking for an RP attempt. Where can he find one though? Can't quite yet. He will be patient. He does have an Eye of Skadi coming out soon on this Arc Warden, and maybe after that he can feel more confident, but he might need it right now, and he won't have buyback golds. They have smoked up on Among Us, but Masteros will cancel the smoke. Fearless is going to be targeted. He's going to be all right. Turning back around, looking for an X. Does go on to March. Boat is there. Does connect. March trying to really fade out. Probably won't make it. He does tether. He's going to be all right for now. But no, he does go down to Fearless. Meanwhile, Arbet with a skewer back has caught Masteros. He drags him out of the team fight. But in your dream has been left behind. Trying to fight. Who are they going after now? The arrow there. Masteros still on the high ground there. But in your dream does kill off Q on the Mirana. Onto Cuckoo though. The Tiny is very low. So Masteros and Fearless take him out. In your dream trying to rock the RP is out from Arbet. They've caught out Jackie again. Jackie, though, surviving the magnetic field won't be enough. He will die in the end, but they got Arbet. And Zephyr is also going to go down. It is only in your dream left. Zephyr is the only one with buyback on the leaner. But what can he do? He'll buy back. In your dream needs the help. He needs to dodge that arrow, but he cannot. He does get stunned up. He'll go down. 0 buybacks left on Among Us. Masteros, he'll go back for a bit. I think he just wants to buy some clarities and keep himself up. They'll get a secondary Rax here. Fearless, taking care of it. 2 Raxes up. Masteros, he's going for the tier 4 towers. Cuckoo misses the toss back. Gets arrowed up with the Yule Scepter setup and will not die. It's going to be alright for now. Nice relocate out from March. Once again saving the day, but they've got to protect these tier 4 towers. MG Trust, are they going to be able to get it done? A toss back again onto Masteros. A skewer back into the fountain, but Masteros, he's too tanky. He's too tanky. They've got Cuckoo there on the Tiny. He's going to die in your dream. Or rather, March. He was trying to help him out on the IO. 15 more seconds. More in your dream will be back. They've got the RP up. Arbet needs to commit at the Ancient. It's under attack right now. MG Trust, they're not stopping. They're just going after objectives. Arbet, he's getting his blink cancelled constantly. He's looking for an RP. He can't get one. They're too split up. That'll be MG Trust. They win it 2-1 and make their way through to the grand final of the Monster Energy Summit 13. And this is a repeat, John. They did make it to the grand finals of the BTS Pro Series 3